Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is I'm going to create this look, and this is with the Lime Crime palette, and this is the Venus XL, and this is a beautiful palette. It has a really nice large mirror. These are the shades. I will swatch them after I finish with my look. So if you like to see how I created this eye look, just keep on watching. Okay guys, so I'm going to create an eye look with the Venus XL palette, and this is by Lime Crime, and it is a beautiful palette. And as you can see, it almost looks brand new because I've only used it a few times. I am very gentle with all of my palettes. I even go around and clean in between, you know, to take any. I'm crazy about my makeup, so I try to keep it as, you know, new looking as possible. And we are going, I even still have the little plastic mirror cover. Okay, we took that off now. So I'm gonna go ahead and create a look with this, and let me move you up a little closer, not too close, like that. If I move you too close, sometimes I bend down too much and then you miss part of what I'm doing. So I already put some primer on my lids, and I'm going to use this blank canvas to set my primer, and I think I'm going to just use the mirror on the palette because it's nice and big. So I'm going to try to use a bigger brush just to get it done a little quicker. I put a little bit of the setting powder over my primer, so it really doesn't need a lot. Alright, so for my crease, I think I'm going to start out with Idolized, which is this one right here. And let's just get a medium size brush. That's a pretty shade. I love this this palette, and the new one that they just released is beautiful. Totally different from this one, but I mean, as far as the color story, and totally different from what I normally go for. But wow, what a pretty palette, and what a beautiful, beautiful formula. If you guys have never tried Lime Crime, you really should. And sometimes they, Ulta carries it, and they do put them on sale sometimes, and when they have their 20% off coupons that includes the prestige brands, you can get it then. They also have smaller palettes that are a little less expensive, and sometimes they put those on sale very, very reasonably priced during their 21 days of beauty. They just had a couple of them on their last sale. So in September, I think, is when they have their next one. You know, you should look for that, because sometimes they seem to repeat a lot of the products they put on those sales. But this is definitely a nice palette. So I'm going to blend that in a little bit, so it's not so dark on the crease. They are very pigmented, so, and they can be powdery if you go with your brush hard, but you really don't need to because it's very pigmented. So just remember, I always start out gentle anyway. I don't like to beat up my palettes, but less is more. You can always add. It's kind of hard to take away. So I'm going to, I don't want to make this a super complicated look today, so I'm going to go with this Supreme right here to try to darken that up a little bit and start darkening the outer V. So I'm going to use even a smaller brush, and this is a Sigma brush, which I think I've decided that Sigma brushes are about my favorite brushes. They really are nice, and they can be pricey, but they do run a lot of good sales. Sometimes they have like 30% off their brushes, and They put some on clearance sometimes, and you can still get the discount. So you can get some good buys if you keep an eye out for them. But I like them a lot better than the Morphe brushes. That's just my preference. I'm not saying that Morphe is bad, but as far as preference, I like Sigma better. So this is more of a pinkier look, or pinkier shade than the first one. The first one had a little more brown in it. Alright, so again, I'm going to blend that a little bit, just so that both colors kind of marry each other and they blend together. And then I'm going to try to think of what to do for my crease. I think that and I hope I'm not going to end up with glitter all over my face, but we'll go for it. I'm going to use this Celestial on my the outer part of my lid and see how that goes. And I'm going to be very gentle putting it on to see if I can keep it from, because it does have like a little bit of glitter. I don't remember using this color before. It actually doesn't look glittery on the eye. That's kind of strange. Okay, then I'm going to take this Botticelli right here and put it on the outside to kind of like blend them together. The brown with, it's like a burgundy. I'm going to do the brown here first, which I don't know why I didn't do that on the first side. Oh, you know what? This brown really has like some red in it too. Now that I'm putting it on there by itself. It looks, to me, it looks a lot more brown here. Maybe not. Looking at it on camera, it looks kind of red. But to the naked eye, it kind of looks brown. And now I'm going to go for the Celestial. Okay, for the inside of my lid, I'm going to try this one here, which is called Fresca. Look how pretty that color looks. That one right there. And let's see what happens. Let me wipe my finger. And guys, for those of you that do a lot of swatches, I've been buying baby wipes lately. They're a lot less expensive, and they remove the swatches off my hands just as good as the makeup wipes, and you get a lot more for your money. So just FYI. Okay, so let's go for Fresca. It looks darker on the eyelid. That's kind of strange. That looks a lot darker on the eyelid than it does on the pan. Yep, it's darker than it looks on the pan, so it really didn't lighten that up at all. I need to, okay, I'm gonna use Ethereal right here to see if I can make it a little, that's too dark. That didn't help much. Alrighty then. So this is turning out to be a very red eye, which I'm not too thrilled about. I'm going to, I want to lighten this up some. Got some matte. I'm going, let me see if I can do Ethereal on here and lighten this up. Okay, I think that looks a little better now with the center a little lighter. I need to put a little more on this eye. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a little bit of my highlighter on the inner corner. Now I don't want to put red on my lower lash line because sometimes that makes me look like I have pink eye. So I think I'm going to go with this burnt gold right here, which hopefully doesn't have a lot of red in there. It's been so long since I've used this palette that I don't even remember what I used before. Oh, this is more brown than red, so this is good. And I'm going to put a little bit of this also on the outer V, just so that it's not so pink and red. Wow, this is a very dark look all of a sudden. I'm using a little bit of the New Classic on the outer V. So much for a simple look. I've just about put every shadow on this palette on my eyeball. Alright, I'm going to get a little bit of this, the white, the blank canvas, and see if I can just kind of help the crease a little bit. Okay, I am going to try this. I forgot to turn on the camera and I started doing it. This Jouer highlighter, which as you can see, it's very bright. It's this one here, and it kind of has like a gold pink shift to it. So I'm going to try to put that on my inner corner and see what happens. I'm glad I realized I didn't turn on that camera because that would not be good. I think that kind of lightened it up a little bit. I haven't done my brows yet. Sometimes I do them before I start my look, but normally if I'm not doing a video, I always do my eyebrows last. I always have. So I'm going to take a pencil brush and kind of put a little bit right here in the corner. And then I'm going to try to blend. Then I'm going to try to clean up a little bit with the blank canvas. Alright guys, I am going to put on my mascara and brows, and I will be right back. Okay guys, so I went ahead and I did my eyebrows and my eyelashes, and for my brows I used the CoverGirl, the one that is a fine tip pencil, and for the gel I used the Tarte one, which I love the little brush. I used the Lancome Seals Booster primer for my lashes, which I'm trying to use up. And then the mascara that I'm using is the Benefit Bad Gal Bang, which I really like. It does a good job. And on my bottom lashes, I'm using the Super Sizer Water Resistant by CoverGirl. Alright, so now for blush, we're going to use the Tarte Double Duty Beauty Make Every Moment Count palette. And I do love this palette. It's one that I use regularly. It has such beautiful neutral shades. You know, some are a little pinkier than others. Okay guys, I'm sorry. I don't even know where I left off. There was someone knocking on my door and they were very persistent, and I didn't open the door, and it looked kind of a suspicious person. So I waited a few minutes to make sure that that person left. But anyways, my alarm is close to me, so in case I need to push for emergency. But that scares the heck out of me. You know, sometimes when people knock on the door, you don't know. Okay, are you better off? Now, I didn't open the door, but I did, you know, answer through the door. So you're better off doing that and letting that person know there's somebody home, or you're better off ignoring it, them thinking there's nobody home, but then if they think there's nobody home, they could break in. So how do you feel about that? I'm conflicted. Back to makeup. Oh yes, I remember now. We're gonna do the blush. So anyways, this one is called Live, Learn, and Love, which to begin with, I love the name of the shadows. I think that is so beautiful. I truly believe that this is still available on Tarte website. And the last time I looked, and that wasn't that long ago, it was available. So I think today I'm going to go for the more neutral one. I'm going to go for this one right here. And first I'm going to use, I am all over the place today. First I'm going to use the Marc Jacobs, and this is the Fantastic, I think it's called. Yes. Bronzer. And I'm not going to use a lot. I'm just going to use a little bit. I really don't use bronzer every day or highlighter every day. But I probably use highlighter more often than I do bronzer. But I'm going to do a little bit of it today. This one is pretty nice. I really don't like putting it on my forehead because I told you before, I don't do very well on the forehead. So I usually just put a little bit here just to kind of warm up this area right here. I will never run out. This is a lifetime supply of bronzer. So it's not cheap, but you don't need to worry about running out. Alright, so I think that's it. And then now for the blush, I'm going to use Learn, because we can always learn, right? And I love learning about makeup. Okay, so this one is, any of these colors are really pretty neutral. And it will pretty much go with any, you know, look that you have. They blend very easily. You can build them up. I like my blush, you know, I like for it to show some, but I don't like it super dark. And I do love blush. It's not that I don't like blush. But I feel like with blush, you can go from pretty to clownish pretty quick. So the eyes didn't turn out that bad. It's not really, I've created prettier looks with this palette. I don't know what happened today. I guess my creative juices are not there. And for highlighter, I am going to use another Jouer highlighter because I really have not been using these, guys. They've been in my drawer and it's like I've been ignoring them. Sometimes when you have little packages, they kind of fall to the bottom of everything else, and you know, you don't see them, so you go for what you can grab first. And the shade on this one is, my goodness, the packaging is not the only thing that's little. I believe it says Topaz. I can't even see it with glasses. That's how small it is. Right, so we're just going to put a little bit of it. And as you can see, Jouer highlighters come to play. They are not messing around. This was just a little bit, you know what, I had a new brush that I wanted to try for my highlighter and I totally forgot. Well, we will finish it with this. And they're not super expensive. I think they're full size. They have them at Sephora, and I believe they're either $22 or $24, which is not that bad. There's a lot, you know, and they're nice size, and their packaging is beautiful. Jouer has really pretty packaging. I am a packaging, you know, person. All right, so now I'm gonna take some of the balm that I had on my lips, which what I had is this right here by It Cosmetics, and this is the Je ne sais quoi, and it's a little more liquidy than what comes in the tube, but it's the same thing. It's very moisturizing, and it does make your lips a little pinkier. My lips are pretty pale, so they need as much help as I can get. And for lipstick, I am going to use a GC Cosmetics lip liner, and the shade is Luna, and this is by Beauty by Pop Sugar, and it's a lip gloss, and the name is Be the Boss. You tell them, girl, be the boss. So I am going to fill my lips. And these are so creamy that you really could just use this as a lip, you know, lipstick. But I love this lip gloss. It's not sticky. It's sticky enough that it will last on your lips, but not that you feel like your lips are glued together. And it's a very pretty light pink shade. So I think that's it. This is it for the completed look, and I like it. I really do. Let me swatch a few of the colors of this palette. And like I said, I just, for some reason, I don't feel that creative today. I mean, the look turned out okay, but I think that I've done better looks in the past, and I haven't even filmed them. These colors are very, very pigmented, and like I say, you have to be super gentle when you go in with these colors, because yeah. And they're so pigmented that they almost look darker on your skin than they do in the palette. But there's some really pretty ones. Look. And this is just one swatch. This palette is really, really beautiful, guys. If this is your color story, I truly recommend it. It's amazing. Alright guys, so I hope that you enjoyed this video and that you enjoy the look that I created. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. I do need to ask you guys a favor. I'm always asking you favors. But I do have a friend, Danielle Gerstenberger. Her channel name is Glamburger, and I know that a lot of my subscribers already subscribe to her channel. She has an amazing channel. She does unboxings, makeup looks. She likes to do colorful makeup looks. She's very funny. She does clothing hauls and try-ons. So also some things around the house. She'll show you cleaning products for your home. She has a lovely family. She's a mother of 3 boys, 3 teenage boys, and she's just a great person. She's sweet. She's so beautiful on the inside and out. She's very supportive. She will do anything to support her YouTube friends. You know, I do consider her a good friend on YouTube, and even you know, as a person. I consider her my friend. So her channel is at around 970 subscribers right now. She is going to be having a big giveaway when she gets to 1,000 subscribers. So I would love it if you would go to her channel and give her your love, subscribe. That way you'll also be eligible for her giveaway when it comes up pretty soon. Just tell her that I sent you and that, you know, I said hello. And I know that you guys will do it because you've done it for me before, but you won't regret it. Danielle's channel is just a great one. I will link her channel below so that you guys can go visit and give her your support so she can get to her 1,000 subscribers. She works very hard, just like, you know, all of us creators here, and it's just hard sometimes to, you know, get to our next goal. So she definitely deserves to be there. She is extremely amazing. So thank you so much in advance for going over there and, you know, giving her a hand. I love you guys, and that's why I'm asking you, because I know that I have some amazing subscribers. I love you, and I will see you on my next one. Bye. Mwah.